Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of the Fan Club. It's your boy D-Bros, Dan Bros in the building. All right, guys, moment we've been waiting for. Preseason is almost over. Today is one of the last days of preseason. I think like every team is playing today. A lot of teams. So we are just about 2 weeks away, a little bit less than 2 weeks away from real football, guys. Oh my God! I'm so excited. If you know me, you know I love football. You know my group of friends. You know we super competitive with fantasy football, and I love it. Kind of wanted to do a little preseason review, what we thought of this preseason fantasy wise. What do we think's gonna happen? Who do I think really showed they could play this year in the preseason? And, we're going to get right into that. Who do I think was a top athlete this year in the preseason that really showed out? Deshone Kizer, Cleveland Browns, guys. Now, who knows if he's going to do good in the NFL, but based on preseason, I don't think any quarterback has a better highlight reel of what they did this preseason. What do you have, like 2 comeback victories? He had like a few huge bombs. I mean, he had a few big runs. He very decisive in what he's doing, and you don't know what he's going to do because he can beat you with his feet. He's got a cannon. I really like Kizer. I think the first time in years that the Browns actually have a quarterback that could be good. Not saying he's good yet, but the potential is actually there. It's not an RG3. It's not a Johnny Manziel. Like, Kizer is also one of those guys that he was taken in the second round. He wasn't a first-round draft pick, so he's got that chip on his shoulder. And he honestly reminds me of like a Russell Westbrook. I think he's a little bit bigger than Russ, but what I mean is he wasn't that first-round pick. Some teams slept on him, and he worked harder. And you could tell he's working this preseason. And I don't give a lot of love to the Browns. I've never have. I never usually will. But I can't lie. Deshone Kizer is dope. I tip my hat to him. If you get a chance, go look at his stat line for the preseason and what he's been able to do. It was actually very, very good. Shout out to Deshone Kizer. I love to see those names out of nowhere. In the beginning when they drafted him, like, oh, okay, maybe he could possibly try to get Osweiler's spot. And now he's the number 1 quarterback there. So good job, man. So a lot of games are wrapping up. Speaking of Cleveland, they just got rid of, they waived Joe Hayden just got picked up by the Steelers, which is scary because, he's a great corner. And now Joe Hayden doesn't have to face up against Antonio Brown except for practice. I thought about that. And Antonio Brown plays the Browns week 1 with no Joe Hayden. So if you guys have Antonio Brown in your team, week 1, this man should be eaten. I'm expecting 25 to 30 points out of him week 1. Oh, there's so many good situations. Let's talk about the NFC North because we're Iowa boy. We're in the Midwest. Chicago. I think Chicago is going to have a better year than last year, but they still got to work out some kinks. I think Trubisky will be the starter by the end of the year. I said about an 8-8 for them, a respectable 8-8. I think, just keep moving up, guys. The Packers, man. Packers just picked up Ahmad Brooks, and their defense got a little bit better. Their linebacking core is sick. Honestly, I think the Packers go about 11-5. Then there is the Detroit Lions. Now, this is a flip thing. I'm going to put them at 9-7, but they could easily be 8-8 or they could be 10-6. I'm going to say 9-7, right in the middle. And then you got my Vikings. The Vikes. This team could go to the Super Bowl or we could lose almost every game. It is one team that I do not know what we're going to do, guys. I feel like we have the pieces there to make a run, make a Super Bowl run, a playoff run. But let's see if we're going to execute. Last year we started out like 5-0 and lost every game in the middle of the season. So we really need to keep the pace up. And this year, I think it's all about the offensive line. I think we did bring in a few extra guys, and we'll see what happens. Right now, I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to say 10-6. So division-wise, we've got the Packers at 11-5, Vikings 10-6, Lions at 9-7, and the Bears at 8-8, making this one of the toughest divisions in the NFL this year. Okay, so went from there to there. Now we're going to talk about fantasy football. And I think the main thing I just want to talk about real quick is Kareem Hunt. If you guys have not had your draft yet, or you had your draft and no one drafted him, go pick up Kareem Hunt. So if you did not know, Spencer Ware, the running back for the Chiefs, the starter, workhorse, he's out for the whole year. And Andy Reid has came out and said that this guy is going to be the man. He is going to be the workhorse. He is going to be everything. Kareem Hunt. Go write his name down and go pick him up. It will pay dividends across the year. You will love him. You will thank me. He's fast. He can catch. He's elusive. He's got the speed. He's got everything. The acceleration. Go get him. He is now, okay, so the dude went from being undrafted to now in drafts, he's going in the 3rd round easily. I'm not even joking. He's like the 35th overall player right now. So that's huge. I'm so glad I got to talk to you guys this morning about this because, you know, things are going down. I want to talk about everything football, everything music, everything pop culture. So you know what we do. Like always, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Fan Club. It's your boy D Braz, Dan Brazen. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Have a great day, folks. Thank you so much.